But somebody actually came out, spoke about Burnaboy, and that is really disturbing at the time. I think we need to actually understand it from a different point of view. A lot of people are really getting involved in this kind of story and saying that yes, Burna Boy is neglecting those people that helped him and the rest. But one thing you need to understand is that Burna Boy has been massively involved in music making and investing himself in that and working so hard at that. But somehow Burna Boy has really assisted a lot of people, supported some persons from South Africa. That is something I got to understand. The lives of Master KG and a lot of others will tell you this. But at this particular podcast, this guy said a lot of negative things about Burna Boy, how he was helped in South Africa, being a gang member in South Africa, doing drugs and the rest. Let's catch a glimpse.
South Africa is the reason why Burna Boy has a career today. When he was rejected in Nigeria.
Okay, that I'll give you.
No. I'm telling you the facts because I know this and I know Burna Boy. When he was rejected from Nigeria, when he was ejected from
He had his fan base
from the
in Nigeria,
UK. No, he didn't. He didn't have a fan base in Nigeria, dog. Burna Boy
small.
No, he never had a fan base.
Before All Eyes on Me.
No one, dog. The alias brought Burna Boy to South Africa because he was kicked out of the UK for getting involved in fights and
He
everything
went to
else.
school in the UK.
You understand? His mother used to be Fela Kuti's manager. Well, the daughter of Fela Kuti's manager. So he is generationally involved within this entertainment industry. Burna Boy did a whole lot of fuck shit. Keenan buried bodies for Burna.
What type of bodies?
Files. Cleaned up his messes
What type
everywhere
of
he
files?
went. Dog, lots of files. Files bigger than the body bag coming back.
Like what though?
His misbehavior in South Africa, dog. Everything that he was doing, Keenan covered for him from being apprehended or doing anything.
How long was he here for?
For a while, dog. This nigga was running around with some coke dealers and shit like that. You understand? Doing the most nonsense news. There was a point in time where I was at my homie's house. This nigga came, he picked up the SL, he stole it. We had to call the fucking cops to get the SL in Durban, dog.
Burnaboy.
Dog.
What's going on? What do you
Fana, this guy was on some rockstar level. This is Metro FM
You're
weekend.
not talking about the same person.
Metro FM Awards
this is Prince
weekend.
Boy, yeah?
Which year is this?
When did Burna Boy perform at the Metro FM Awards?
Like around 2015, like
dope
around
days.
I remember.
Some dope days.
Around those times. These are, dog, the drama that we had to deal with.
Oh, the Metro FM in Durban, yeah.
Yes.
Dope, yeah.
Dog.
He was moving like crazy.
Dog, like a madman, dog.
But like he ran
The
with-
only thing that protected him was the fact that AKA could make a phone call and then, he's my boy, please, guys.
So the
Ah,
AKA
Marakilen-
was the Drizzy of South Africa.
He is still, dog. If AKA unravels those skeletons, Burna Boy will be cancelled in America. You understand what I'm saying? His career is
Now, what is your own take about this? I want you to put your own opinion in the comment section. Guys, bloggers are really making money off Davido and off Wizkid's story. I think we need to respect boundaries to an extent because when I see most of the things bloggers are writing about them, when I listen to most of them speak about these guys, they are always quick to peddle, kind of conflicting stories and kind of, rivalry stories between them because they just don't want the story to go. That is something quite affective and disturbing at the same time. Guys, I was speaking with a South African who made a comment on my video, and that was really interesting to an extent, where I said, yes, Nigerians are trying to change the game for Amapiano, and this guy came out to say, you know what, South Africans, they have already changed the game and the rest. I now ask a question. Why won't you guys take Amapiano to Grammy? You have not been able to take that to Grammy. So Nigerians are trying to help you guys to take it to Grammy by getting involved in Amapiano. Am I right with the question? I want you to put your own opinion in the comment section so that you can have a glimpse at what you feel, because this is quite interesting to an extent because they don't like kind of appreciating Nigerians for their immense contribution into their game. That is quite disturbing to an extent. We can still make money off them when both of them are winning, but sometimes we are quick. I still need to blame myself. We are quick to kind of pitch one against the other, and the people around them, they are not really helping this matter. I think most of them are selling off their stories to bloggers. That is something I kind of believe, and some bloggers that are friends of this artist are not really helping matters. We can help these guys to actually heal up. I've seen a blogger that actually made over 10 million naira from the stories of Davido, just selling negative stories about Davido, and that is quite effective, and that is quite disturbing to an extent. You just are interested in selling negative narratives about Davido or about Wizkid without thinking about what kind of feelings it brings to them. Those guys, you see, they be human beings. Sometimes they watch our videos, sometimes they read these blog posts and the rest, and then sometimes it does not sit well with them, because it is overwhelming when somebody writes a full page of stories about you, make almost 20 minutes length of videos about you. Most of the stories are really false about you, and then you go watch them say, which time I take do this kind of thing. So that is what I'm really getting. We bloggers, we need to do right. We need to actually try and then set the pace for a lot of people to actually, because most of the things we are peddling right now, that is what is feeding to the FCs and the rest. But sometimes the FCs, the 30 BGs and the outsiders, they're not the help matters. So sometimes these guys are really interested in pitching one person against the other, and I think they need to stop it right now, because we don't need inside competition in the music industry right now. We need togetherness, we need oneness in the music industry, because it's about to be highly competitive in 2025. Don't be surprised, countries like South Africa and a lot of other countries in Africa, they are going to compete with Nigerians. They are going to compete with Nigerian music industry. Although we got the infrastructure, we have the population, and we have a lot of things, but these guys are going to come strongly as opposition. Do you know that when you start talking about higher stream in Africa and the rest, distribution stays in Africa, the Egyptians, they are really on top of this game. So it's just that because of language differences, we don't really listen to them and all those kind of things. So you have to understand that in 2025 there's going to be a kind of globalization of Afrobeat, because Afrobeat is going to touch a lot of boundaries, it's going to touch a lot of colonies and countries. That is something I got to understand. So we should actually help to put our music industry in order, not to foster this kind of conflict, rivalry between Burnaboy, Davido, and Wizkid. That is something I'm begging on all of you right now. Guys, what do you feel about this? Do you think I'm making the right statement on this? I want you to put that in the comment section so that you can have a glimpse at what you feel so far.
Sensational, Chris Brown featuring Davido and Logi. A lot of people are finding this as a controversial one into Best African Music Performance 2024 at the Grammys. What is your own take about this? What do you feel about that? Do you have to be African before you can really go into this category? But we have two African artists in that particular song, so we cannot really judge that based on being African. We got His by Rema, an album by Rema, into global music album. That is really one of the massive one, best global music album of the year. That is actually massive to an extent and big to an extent, but a lot of people are now trying to raise the issue. When Rema did his last album, which really performed very well, he didn't get a Grammy nomination. But right now, with this particular album, I think Rema is on his way up. That is something I believe about this kind of things. What is your own take about all of these stories? Before we jump off, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos, and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below, the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos. I love you guys. Keep supporting Afrobeat blog across social media platforms. Be a part of our daily conversation. Join our online conversation and join in the comment section. because we are continuously collecting feedbacks from you guys.